Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday weekend and that you're starting this day with a new perspective and just a week of expectation. We're going to start off today like we normally do with gratitudes. So tell me in the chat or unmute yourself, what are you grateful for this morning? Good morning. If you're just joining us, we're sharing what we are grateful for this morning. You can share it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and share it as well. Hi, Natalie. Good morning. Brittany is grateful for her church family. Awesome, Brittany. I'm glad to hear that. Grateful for time with family yesterday. That's also on my grateful list today, Rachel. We had a great time with family and friends, and it was just beautiful outside here. Wonderful weather. If you're just joining us, we are sharing what we are grateful for this morning. You can put that in the chat or unmute yourself and share with us. Vitamin D. I know. Grateful for time with family yesterday. Yes, the weather was lovely. It was. I'm grateful Mark and I got our 3 Seasons room like totally cleaned out and ready for Easter because we had some family over and friends, and it was so nice. I always forget every year how nice and how much I love having that space. But I rearranged the whole thing too, so it was just such a nice time. Awesome. We'll give you another moment here to share what you're grateful for this morning, and then we'll get started. So my quote for today is, "You don't have to be perfect to be amazing." If we think of the people around us that we really admire, or that maybe we aspire to be or we look up to, none of them are perfect. So you don't have to be either. Yesterday with family and all the belly laughs. I love that, Natalie. Love it. We're going to go ahead and get started today on our Ninja Habits Weekly Huddle Week 3. So those of you who have been attending know that we have broken down Ninja. We started the first quarter doing Ninja Habits together every morning, 5 days a week, from 7:30 to 8. And then this next quarter, we decided and agreed that we would do our Ninja Weekly Habits so that we could sharpen our weekly habits. So this week we're on Habit 3. This is our weekly huddle, Week 3. And once we do Week 4, we're just going to continue to repeat those 4 weekly habits. So this week we are doing the Review Rockstar. So this is the kickoff for this week. Hopefully you guys got the stuff accomplished from last week. And just to review, last week was, my mind just went blank. Database. We did database, and then we did, oh, you guys. Updating our database. Why am I drawing a blank? You might have to help me out. I'll help myself out. Reach out to the 5 past clients. Thank you. Yes. we did our reach out to our 5 past clients. So we did our customer service. That's what it was. I couldn't think of the right word. So we did our customer service calls last week. So I don't know if we're doing them in the exact order that Ninja tells you to do them, but we're doing them in our order because it makes a little bit more sense. So we did our database updates week 1. Then last week we reached out to our 5 past clients or had customer service calls and kind of engaged with those people that that we just haven't been able to talk to, and just made that a goal. And I have to say, there were some great testimonies coming out for that, of what people found out. Like, I ended up getting a real estate review, which is helpful for this week. And some of you guys also shared in Telegram that you had some good encounters. So I love that. So this week, we're going to talk about reviewing that Rockstar review. And the theme is to deliver value with no strings attached. Which, if you have been doing Ninja for any amount of time, is the whole premise of Ninja, is we give without expecting anything in return. And part of that is that we anticipate what our clients are going to need, want, so that we can make sure to deliver them a great experience, even past the closing or before closing. So we're going to focus on our real estate reviews. And remember, it's not a pitch, it's a gift. We're going to give our people the clarity they didn't even know they needed. Right? And we're going to do that by sharing with them values of their home, and we're going to break down what you're going to do each day into like micro goals. But this habit really matters, and I don't know why this is the one that even myself I seem to want to skip. I think because it just involves a little bit more than just a quick reach out or like updating my database. It requires that I actually prepare something and then call someone. But I will tell you, every time I do this, it's so powerful. And I just wish I would be more diligent with it, which is one of the reasons why I'm hosting this, is just for full transparency. And I've told you guys this before, is to make sure I'm doing the things that matter, right? And bringing you guys along with me. So reviews equal relationship building tools. So you can have a conversation with somebody, but when you do a real estate review, you're providing value to someone before they even ask you, which to me is it's just, if you guys think about when you're at a fine dinner or someplace, you're at a restaurant, don't you love the server who anticipates what you need next? Like, they come right around and they're like filling your water cup. They anticipate your cup's getting low and they're like, you want a refill. The French fries come, and before, you don't have to ask for the ketchup, right? They already anticipate that. That is what we need to do with our clients. We need to anticipate before someone even asks, like, what they need. And you should know, if you've been doing this for any amount of time, you know what's next. You know what their thoughts should be, right? And by doing this creates clarity for them, it builds trust, and it uncovers hidden opportunities. And those opportunities aren't always going to be real estate related. Those opportunities could be opportunities to connect them with, in which we talked about some the past few weeks, but connect them with a contractor or another professional, a trusted professional. I had a great conversation with the lady this weekend. She called me off Facebook, and I don't know her, never met her. I'm not even sure what she saw that made her call me, but she called me, and she had no idea what her next steps are. She was a first-time home buyer, and after speaking with her for about 20 minutes, I said, I would love to say I'm the one who's going to be the one that helps you through this, but I think you need to speak to one of my trusted advisors. And she goes, really? And I said, yes. And the reason why, and I gave her the reasons based on our conversation. And I said, would you be open to me making an introduction by text message with you and this gentleman who I think would be a better option for you right now? Now, she may come back and buy with me, but there were just some clues in her speaking that I thought, I can't help her just yet, right? And I think that's what we do when we talk to people and we're having those conversations. Those hidden opportunities arise. And it also shows our expertise without having to sell anything. So real estate reviews are not for you to sell anything. They're just informational. They're for you to share. And so when you do that, you ever heard the saying, sharing is caring, right? But when you do that, you are placing another belief system in that person's mind to say, this person's not about selling me all the time. They're really about what's helping me. And once you move into that space in someone's mind as a real estate agent, you are going to be the one they will refer over and over, because they know that by referring you, it's a reflection of them. And the reflection they're showing is, this person really is a nice person who's helping and not going to badger my friends and family and hard sell them, right? So you don't have to wait for someone to ask. That's the key. The real estate review is you don't have to wait for the ask. You just have to care enough to show up before they even ask. So let's talk about what this looks like. The weekly challenge that we have before us this week is what we're calling the review relay. And our overarching goal is we're going to complete and deliver 2 real estate reviews this week. Obviously, share your takeaways in the group, our Telegram group. If you're not in the Telegram group, then you need to download the Telegram app. It's free. And then you will be able to click on our invite link, which I will put in the chat. Now, if you have any problems getting in the group, it's because you don't have the link, or you don't have the app downloaded, or you may have somebody ran into like an issue with some privacy settings on their phone, but it does require your cell phone. So you do have to have your cell phone number. And then what did they say? What did you learn? I want you to think about that as you're doing this. What are they saying? What am I learning? And then also the bonus is ask them who else might want one. That's our bonus. So this is how you show up as their go-to agent even when they're not ready to move. So a lot of times, and this happened on a call last week, and I think I might have shared this with you guys. If I did, I'm just going to share it again because it was good. There was somebody on the call who was really challenged by the way people make a living by working in a sphere of influence or by referral. And they were saying, I just don't know if I can put all my eggs in one basket. It's kind of scary. It's scary to think that I'm just relying on this group of people and I still need leads, or I still feel like I need a backup plan. And the mindset shift with that, yes, there are people who say they work their sphere of influence and all they do is just send out a postcard once a month and call that relationship, right? But honestly, it's not even working sphere in my eyes. When people talk about like how they build their business, I'm not working a sphere. I'm working my relationships. I'm building relationships. Relationships are greater than transactions. The transaction is the event. The relationship is what you've built over the years with someone, or maybe you're just now starting that process of building it. And what I can tell you on the other side of that is that even people who aren't ready to move or will ever move or in their forever home can be the best source of a referral for you that you've ever had. But they can't do that if you don't show up for them even when they're not moving, right? There's like that mindset shift is no matter where I'm talking to someone, whether it's a lead at an open house, whether it's I'm just checking in on a past client, or I'm at the bank, or wherever I'm at, or at a gathering, just like maybe you were this weekend. No matter where I'm at, my goal is who can I build a relationship with and who can I offer value to, right? And when we have that mindset, then it's not just leads and numbers and, oh, I got to make it through this many calls to get this, right? It's a whole different way of looking at working with people. And I love it because it just never gets old. It never feels like rejection. It never, it just doesn't tire me out. It actually gives to me more than I give, if that makes sense. Like it's, and I think some of you could understand, like, let me know if that resonates with you too. Like, I feel like doing things this ninja way, I get so much more than what I give by doing it. And I think that's what keeps me going back to it. You know, it's not forceful, it's just natural. So let's talk a little bit more about and break down each one of these habits that are activities that we're going to do, or actions that we're going to do. When I think of Ninja, I always think of the mindset, skill set, action, right? Mindset, we start off with our gratefulness. That's part of our daily routine as well, doing our affirmations. Skill set, you know, knowing how to pull comps, you know, and if you don't know, or you're not good at doing the real estate review from a technical side, get help. You know, find someone in your office or find another real estate friend to sit down with you and help you. But the next start part is action. That's where you have to take that mindset and that skill set and push it forward. So first step, all of us can do. You're just going to choose two people, a past client and one who's not. Like maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's somebody you spoke to just over the holiday, you know, that talked about their house or something. But you're going to choose one past client and one person who's not. That's easy. Next, you're going to gather market data. So you're going to get recent comps, trends, price range. One popular way that we teach agents to do this in a very easy way is the RPR report. So if you have the RPR report, which all of us should, on here, you can pull a quick RPR report. The real estate review doesn't have to be, you know, here's the thing. What did we start today with? You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. Here's what's really cool. The person you're delivering the real estate review to has never had one. They have no expectations of what this is supposed to be. So don't try to make things perfect or be this whole presentation, you know, because you can always add to it. I would start with just a simple RPR report and a simple graph that just shows where things are at. And that's it. Like it shouldn't take longer than 5 or 10 minutes. This isn't a full-blown like listing presentation report. And I think by doing that and the questions that they ask, right, you might start thinking, oh, I should add that. That's a good question. And just tell them that. Say, you know what? I've never thought of adding that. But because of your question, I'm going to add that for my future clients and for you in the future. Let them feel a part of it. That's okay. It's, again, it's not about being perfect because they don't even know what to expect, right? Create a simple review. So this can be PDF. This can be an email, video, or printout. Okay, these are not necessarily in the right order. I would say, well, okay, yes, they are in the right order as far as like you can pick any one of those ways to do it, except email to me, you can do a PDF in person, you can do a video, or an email is not in person. A printout you can do in person. It's always better to do the real estate review face-to-face, whether it's dropping it off to them real quickly at their house. You don't even have to go in. You can just stand at the front door. You could meet them for coffee if it's somebody that you really want to reconnect with. I would say every person that you go to meet for coffee or lunch that knows that you're an agent and that you feel comfortable with, bring a real estate review. So if you're meeting a past client for lunch or you're meeting them for this, bring a real estate review with you. If you can't get in front of them, that's where email, in my opinion, doing a quick video is more powerful than just sending the email with like a link to a document, because that can get lost and the value of it can get really muddled amongst other things. So if you make a quick video, even if you have a video where you just share your screen, you're not even on it, just your voice, and you just walk through the review real quick and tell them, thank you so much, and maybe next time we can do this over coffee, right? Just kind of sow that seed. Deliver it. Well, I kind of went ahead, but yeah, in person, I would say is number one. Zoom, second. Last, email with context video. Kind of went over that already. And then follow up. Ask them what stood out. Offer to answer questions. This is where you become the connector, right? Sometimes when they learn their value, that's when they start saying, you know, we've thought about updating our kitchen, or we've thought about maybe we should add an addition on. And do you think that that would be something we could do and it would make sense equity-wise? Maybe they're like, hey, you know, we're looking at refinancing. Anything like that. You may unlock something in them. They may mention, this is one thing I've seen a lot lately, they may mention they're interested in investing. And you can talk to them about how maybe they have $150,000 of equity in their home. You can connect them with somebody who can get them a line of credit and help them start investing in real estate, right? You can have a plan. So there's so many different avenues that come out of this. The other one that might come up is, oh my gosh, this is so cool. my neighbor's thinking of some, would you do it for them, or my mother or my father or whoever, right? So it opens up those opportunities. Do you guys feel like this is something you can do? If it is, tell me. Let me know in the chat. Yes. Have you done it before? Let me know. If you haven't, say no, haven't done it. I would just love to hear who's done it, who hasn't, and, if you haven't done it, if you think it's something that you can do. So as you guys are answering that question, we're going to break down our micro goals. So this is where we break this down to where you aren't overwhelmed doing everything at one time. We know you guys are busy. This is spring, right? You're out showing houses, hopefully, or listing homes, all the things, family, all the things. Carla, never done it before. Excited to do this. You should be, Carla. This could be you guys that are sitting around and you're saying, I don't have any listings. I wish I had this. This is where those things start. It starts here. If you aren't getting out and talking to people and doing something, then what are you expecting to happen? They're not going to knock on your door, right? There is some work. You have to show up. You have to show up for yourself, and you have to put some work in, right? But what we're saying is this kind of work is a lot more fun if you don't like cold calling or calling expires or calling for sale by owners. If that's not your thing, guess what? You know people who own homes. All your neighbors own homes. They could be the people. You could do reviews for every neighbor in your neighborhood. So what you're going to do is Monday, you are going to pick 2 people. So that's today. So all you got to do is pick 2 people and just pull their property info, like their address or whatever you need. And if you already have that, if they're already in your database, that's pretty easy. You just pick them. Tuesday, tomorrow, you're going to research the comps and the local market data. So you're going to pull that together and then build your review on Wednesday. You can use a template. There's probably templates on Etsy. You could probably find some little market update templates on Canva if you want it to be pretty. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Make it pretty if you want to, or add a photo, but also add data. So that way you're appealing to the different personality types. You really need to always think about that when you're putting together pieces is, okay, what about the D personality who's just like, get to the point, just tell me what it is. And then you got the personality of like, ooh, it's pretty, I love it. And they're visual. You also have the people who are, do I have any samples? I might, I'll have to look and see. If I do, I'll send those out, Stephanie. I want to say, I'll have to look and see if I have any in my Canva. I have pulled samples from other people. So actually, yeah, you know what? I have a Google Drive that I have some samples in. So I'll have to send you guys the link and I'll get it here. Let me see if I can do it while I'm talking. So, yeah, so you're going to do that. And then Thursday, you're going to deliver the reviews. So I probably should have put in here that you need to call them because I kind of skipped that step. But once your review is done, here's the thing. You don't do the review and ask them to do it. That is the biggest way to mess up everything, is to say, hey, would you like me to do this? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are just calling and saying, I already did this for you, right? Already did it, already done. And you're going to ask them if you can drop it off. And if they say, oh, I'm not sure if I'm available, then you can say, no problem. You don't have to be there. I can drop it off to you you can drop it off in put it like in between their door or something like that. If they don't want that, then you can say, no problem. What about let's hop on a Zoom call? Is there a time that's good for you? If that doesn't work, no problem. How about I just make a video walkthrough and I'll send it to you in your email, right? There you go. Don't overthink it. Let's see what you guys are saying here. I'm working on the samples. Excited to do this. I haven't done them. Wonderful. I haven't done this yet. Excited to. Love it. Haven't done this. Looking forward to. I love all the people that are new to this. Yes. Thank you for the sample. Same. Love the concept, but always overthink it. That changes now. Carla. Yes, it does. And of course, I can't find anything. When I'm actually trying to do something and trying to find, does anybody else have this problem? Like, I know I have it, but then when I'm doing something and I'm trying to find it, it never pops up. So I'll just have to do it afterwards. But I will email it out to you guys. It happens every time. And then Friday, you're going to send a follow-up message or document in your CRM. So give them what the Zillow can't, right? You're going to give them real context and care. If people say, well, I can see my thing on Zillow, you can let them know that Zillow's inaccurate. Zillow doesn't know their house like you do, right? Or Zillow doesn't take into account different things. And so you can show them that. Shannon, I've done videos for reviewing buyer docs like disclosures, buyer's agreement, etc. And my clients love that my videos are personalized for them. I do have to upload the video to YouTube for easy sharing. I love that, Shannon. Yeah, so just carry that over. And if that's how you're comfortable doing it this first time, then hey, do it that way. I'm fine with that. Get your feet wet. Next month, you can say, okay, this month I'm going to just do video. Next month, I'm going to try the call. You can do that. You can totally do that. But if you're going to do the video, you're going to send it through email, then text them and call them and say, hey, I just sent you something really awesome about some information about your house. I think you're going to love it. Do that. So Ninja Scorecard, we have our little scorecard of the week. I haven't been great at this, but I still like to put it out there. So you get some points and you can deliver 2 real estate reviews. Ask if they know someone else who would like a review, get you points. If you share one in the group, it gets you points. I'm not sure why there's this weird green check mark everywhere, but encourage another agent. And if you log into your CRM score and do the scorecard, you get a point. So just remember, mindset. This isn't salesy, it's service. You're helping them understand their biggest asset. Confidence plus the information you're giving them equals a client who refers. So let's help people feel informed and empowered, not sold to. So my final thoughts for you today. You're going to build clarity and trust this week. That's your goal. That's your mindset. You're planting seeds, not chasing leads. I love the little way it rhymes. And done is better than perfect. Just start. So let's be the agents who deliver value before it's even requested. Isn't that the most valuable thing you can do, is anticipate someone's needs? Isn't it the best when someone you love, for instance, if somebody in my family knows I'm going to wake up and cook in the morning and do something, and they go ahead and clean the kitchen for me, or they make sure that all their stuff's put away, doesn't that always make you feel seen and special? You guys, that's what you can be doing for your people every day, every week, right? You can anticipate before they even know that they need it. And that's where you will start to see that increase in your referrals and your sales as you move through real estate. So guys, see you in Telegram. If you need help with it, let me know. You can email me and I will help you get into the Telegram app. And that's it for today. So I will send this recording out, and along with that recording, I will also find my link, because I know I've sent it out to you guys before. Probably would have been during the first quarter. I know I sent out something about real estate reviews in one of our weekly little touch points. So I know I have it, and I will send it out to you guys. So everybody have a great Monday, and I look forward to hearing about your real estate reviews in Telegram. Bye, everybody.